Part 4. You will hear part of a biology lecture about an animal called the African clawed frog. First, you have some time to look at questions 31 to 40. Now listen carefully and answer questions 31 to 40.
Today, I'd like to look at another type of amphibian, the African clawed frog, whose Latin name is Xenopus laevis. Its name is derived from the 3 short claws on each hind foot, which it uses to tear apart its food. The Latin word Xenopus means strange foot, and laevis means smooth. I'll start with a general description. The African clawed frog is a species of frog that can be commonly found in the eastern and southern parts of Africa. They have a flattened head and body, but no tongue or external ears. As the Latin name suggests, African clawed frogs have smooth skin, unlike the toad, whose skin always has a rough texture. The body of African clawed frogs is covered with mucus, which can give their sensitive skin protection, thus playing an indispensable role in their survival. Male and female African clawed frogs can be easily distinguished through several characteristics, and the major one is their size. Generally, male frogs are about half as big as females. Specifically, female frogs are usually 4.5 inches long, weighing around 7 ounces, while males are generally 2.5 inches long and 2 ounces heavy. Then, let's turn to their habitats. African clawed frogs are entirely aquatic frogs, so they live in water all their life, whether they are tadpoles or adult frogs. Although they can live in a wide range of freshwater environments, they particularly like still water instead of fast-flowing streams. During the summer, African clawed frogs are mainly found in warm rivers, and during the rainy season, they tend to move into flooded forests. In the wild, African clawed frogs are highly adaptable to changes in the environment around them, whether in oases or glacier-covered lakes. Besides, they can even survive in water with high salt levels. It is because African clawed frogs have a unique physiological mechanism in their body that could automatically regulate the balance of water inside and outside their body. In dry weather, African clawed frogs always burrow themselves into mud, where they can survive for more than a year. They are incredibly hardy and long-lived, with an average lifespan of 5 to 15 years. Some are even recorded to have lived for 20 to 25 years. However, African clawed frogs are susceptible to the pollution of the water, even though they are not listed as endangered species. Now let's talk about the diet of African clawed frogs. They are carnivores that like hunting insects, spiders, worms, fish, etc. African clawed frogs depend on the sense of smell to detect their prey. They first use the claws on their hind feet to tear pieces of ample food. Then the front feet, which are not webbed, play an important role in feeding. African clawed frogs use their front feet to push food into their mouths, and meanwhile a distinctive pump system is used to draw or suck food in their mouths. So we can see African clawed frogs are voracious predators and can quickly adapt to many habitats. Therefore, in some parts of the world, African clawed frogs act like invasive species, which will negatively affect other species in the freshwater ecosystems. The evidence shows that they have devastated the populations of native frogs and other creatures by eating their young. As a result, African clawed frogs are illegal to own, transport, or sell without any permit in some states of America, like California, Washington, Arizona, etc., where African clawed frogs have been seen as a type of pest. However, it's legal to own African clawed frogs in Canada. But not many people know that African clawed frogs are also used in medicine. As we mentioned before, the skin of African clawed frogs is covered with mucus, which has properties of antibiotic. This chemical can help kill bacteria and cure the infection, and is widely used by both the medical profession and the general public. So we shouldn't ignore the medical value of African clawed frogs.
That is the end.